They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Atlanta Falcons. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a
story.
Long night.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Green 39! Green 39!
Can't believe they let you play.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. And here's Allen throwing again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nigel Bradham leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Forced out to his left. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense heading out. You know, last year at this time, Charles, we said this was a franchise that's kind of been in neutral for a while. They're not neutral anymore. Defending Super Bowl champs. What do you think, favorites again?
I think so, because this team has few holes, if any. Look, your quarterback, Carson Wentz, gets hurt before the season's over. His backup, Nick Foles, wins Super Bowl MVP. Wentz probably would have won the regular season if he finished out the year. Offensive line, one of the best in the game. Passing game keeps getting better. Multiple runners who can run it and catch it. Flip it over to defense. Tremendous defensive front. They can just swarm and get after you. Great coordinator, very creative. The big thing for them, they'll have to take everyone's best shot week in and week out during the season.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And it pops free.
Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Let's go.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Tack McKinley with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Falcons offense, Charles, heading back out there, coming off a 10-6 season, made the playoffs again, but coming off the previous season when they blew that Super Bowl to the Patriots, I think a lot of folks were expecting more in 2017. So now turn the page, what can we expect this year?
They want to return to explosiveness on offense. I mean, that's what they've got to get to. You mentioned 2016. They rolled up points like crazy. Absolutely obliterated people on the offensive side of the ball. They want to get back to that. Get Julio Jones, get him sprung free again. But they drafted Calvin Ridley out of Alabama to help with that. All right, they can run the football, obviously, with Devontae Freeman. On the defensive side, the mantra is speed, speed, speed. And they want to get Vic Beasley back, chasing the quarterback, where he led the league in sacks 2 seasons ago.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a back. Oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat for the first down. The defending champion Eagles having their troubles in this first game since Super Bowl 52, but they've got a 1st and 10. Now it's the Boise State alone. Jay Ajayi. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Wentz. Screen pass to Sproles. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. We'll give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
Come on now.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, we got 4.
82.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Blue 90. Gone. Over.
A handoff to Smith. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit!
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Joe. That's caught inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
To the air. Allen swings it out to the flat for Freeman. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing is Allen on third. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to see where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Everyone's got 4 down.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. The Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Watch it now, Barney!
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Allen will try again on second down. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just
Detroit!
zoom.
Detroit!
Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's a give to Smith. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Eagles on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So he's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment. And that's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Wentz. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Sunday.
Wentz to throw again. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th. And the kick by Elliott is good. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
That boy's got 4 down.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They begin with a run by Smith. brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
They go play action here on first down. Looking deep for Julio. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. Room to run past midfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Great 15, great 15.
Wentz now on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now it's Ajayi. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Vic Beasley in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case,
and he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now is Wentz. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. This is Ajayi. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Wentz breaks through the contact. Aguilar has it. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They run with Ajayi. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's first and 10. On first down, Wentz. Ertz over the middle. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Wentz going to throw. Dancing to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles get a score closer. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working. And
got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. 3 touchdown passes now for the rookie Josh Allen. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Shotgun now for Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On play action, Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Sunday. Here we go. 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
82.
Wentz now to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go. 280.
Now Wentz got to have this one. And he connects with Otss. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think a lot of people are a little bit surprised there that they ran the draw after that successful pass play previously, but the thought process had to be, maybe we can catch them rushing the passer and hit something big with the running play.
On play action, it's Wentz. Steps away. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Black, come on.
Working from the gun. Wentz escaping the pressure right. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Tack McKinley in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Carson Wentz, that's his first touchdown pass since December 10th of last year.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now Allen throwing on second down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Dodges him at the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
To the air, Allen. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. The rookie Josh Allen with his 4th touchdown pass of the contest. And the Falcons will extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Here we go, back man. 180!
45, 45, Mike, 45.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
12 more yards there and another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Everyone's got 4.
81.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Got a man open, it's Otss. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 26 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a play fake here on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On second down, Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A first down carry for Smith. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll run it again with Smith. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Nigel Bradham brings him down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Falcons, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.